Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS as a PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Cody T. PSN Bibles. Of course, here is.
Andrew Reynes, double is.
And what episode are we on now? 80.
One? No, 83.
Way past that. We are on we're on 84.
Okay.
I know it's since we're doing these like every other week now.
No, that won't be the case anymore.
No, we're not. That's not standard. I was just jokingly saying that. It's just it's the end of the semester, finals. I got graduation stuff.
And then nothing really happened.
Yeah, nothing really happened
in PlayStation at least.
PlayStation, yeah, because last week was our big episode where we covered PSX and Game Awards. So we kind of figured that after we did that episode that there's probably gonna be nothing for the next week because it's gonna be slow.
Mm-hmm.
News wise. After everything, so yeah, so last week it was just kind of like we are kind of busy and we didn't have a whole lot of news written down, so we're just kind of like, it's not really too much to talk about. So, but we're back this week and we're going to try to keep these episodes more regular now.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we'll both have some time off soon.
Yeah.
And get these on time and accordingly and all that good stuff.
Gosh, one thing I already want to talk about right away though that I feel like we didn't even really talk about that much whenever we did talk about it during the PSX and / Game Awards show. Like, I just can't wait for the Crash Bandicoot collection to come out.
I know it's looking so good.
And I already integrate someone's question here, so I guess he or she will be pretty happy that this question is already answered so early in the show. But this one comes from Johnny_Blaze 009, so 209.
Johnny Blaze.
The fact that they only show gameplay from the first Crash, does that mean they'll be released separately like Ratchet and Clank?
What do you mean?
I guess because the Ratchet and Clank collection was released separately on PlayStation 3.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like digitally.
And Sly, yeah, you can digitally download them separately.
I don't think so. I mean, right now it's being promoted and called the Insane Trilogy. So it's implying all three. I mean, maybe they can do separate releases, but I doubt it. Because, I kind of feel it's all going to be, one trophy list anyway.
Yeah. Well, really? One trophy list, huh?
Yeah, for, all three together.
No. I would
what, you want a platinum for each game?
Yes. Dude, dude, you know how big they are. 3 is a big game. That needs a platinum on its own. I would think so. Dude. Somebody should have asked that hard question at PSX out of all the journalists. Is there 3 platinums for this game?
For this game, man. I gotta get all those crystals.
Crash once hard? Nah, dude. You would have to get 3 platinums for that. Really. 1 platinum? What is it gonna I'm surprised.
1 platinum to rule them all.
No. We'll not allow 1 platinum.
You want 3 platinums for the Crash collection.
I want 3 platinums. That's not even, that's a no-brainer. There's so many secrets and difficulty with these games. Why would you just want 1?
Just be lucky if you get 1.
No.
This is Activision we're talking about. They will find a way.
Nah. They would have to have a platinum in it. But gosh, dude, I miss the Crash collection. Just looking at Crash 3, such a good game.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog's heyday. It's good. I mean, I have fond memories of Crash.
Yeah, I know. Just you say heyday they're in a downfall now compared to then.
Oh no, that's Bungie. Oh,
that Last of Us shit. No, man. I just want more Crash from Naughty Dog, man.
That's for the select people that really do. What is Naughty Dog's take on that? I'm surprised nobody asked Neil. Well, wait a minute. He didn't even work there during that time.
Well, I mean, they're still. You got to be working with them because they're using the original sound bites and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really entirely on Activision.
But no, they're using
Uncharted Last of Us 2?
No, but they had to work with Naughty Dog to some extent because those first 3 games are still owned by Sony and Naughty Dog.
I think it's just all on Sony.
Or Sony, whatever.
I don't think any Naughty Dog has anything to do with it.
Well, no, but I mean, they're still either way, they're still using something that Naughty Dog created. They created those levels. They created those sound bites, Mm-hmm. And Activision is just saying, okay, let's make it exactly like you see in those Naughty Dog games.
And the fact that Naughty Dog actually made Crash stuff
Yeah.
in Uncharted 4.
Yeah, in Uncharted 4, like, oh, look at that Crash thing. Because when I saw that in Uncharted 4, I was like, yeah, something's happening with Crash. There's no way this is in here just because.
There's some cases where that happens. I.e., most of PlayStation All Stars.
Most of PlayStation All Stars,
You
yeah. No, I thought you were going to say.
must have been like, oh, there's medieval in here. That can't just be me because. Yeah, right.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to be like, I thought you were going to go more obscure. Like, oh, like Last of Us had those Jack and Daxter stuff. And I'm just like.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I did. But that's what Last of Us Part 2, you'll be playing a PlayStation 2. Be going a step up. And maybe in PlayStation 5, you'll have also Last of Us Part 3. At least playing like a PlayStation 4 and playing some Uncharted. Or if you want to get super meta, playing some Last of Us 1.
Oh god.
Oh,
it's like that moment when it's too meta.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it was already meta enough having Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, and you can see the Nine Dog logo.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, no, but like, no, like, God, I was stupid. Like the first Hitman movie did that, where like in the movie they show some kids playing Hitman in the movie, and I was just like, oh, come on now.
Really?
And it's not even in the background. The camera like zooms in on it too to let you know that they're playing Hitman.
They might as well have in the freaking like thing like, hey, this is it.
Arrows pointing at it. Ding, ding, ding. They're playing Hitman.
I did see like the menu selection screen like for the first Crash Bandicoot because it was so obtuse that they definitely changed it for the better in the Insane trilogy.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it was so weird.
But like I always say too, I don't have that fond attachment for Crash 1 because I didn't play all that much.
It's a weird game.
Know. Yeah, it's a weird game compared to the other two, and I'm just like, show me Crash 2 and 3. But anyway, going back to the original question, if they're going to release them individually, I don't know. I think maybe on digital, but I doubt it. I think it's just going to be one packaged thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing they've done so far like that on PS4 as far as separating them, I think was like Metro. You can buy them separately, even though that was like a bundle thing when you go get it at retail.
Mm-hmm. But it's a weird price point though. It's $40, so it's like, how do you split that in 3?
I mean, just say whatever. Like, too bad you're buying it separate. I mean, you're going to pay more. That's usually how it works, you know, because you're not getting the bundle discount. So, like, if they charge $20 a piece for them, if you buy each one individually, yeah, it's going to cost you $60. But if you bought the collection, it's like buying 2 getting 1 free at that point.
Oh.
So, I mean, that could be something. We'll see. Because, like I said, none of the other collections have been separated. I mean, it's not like look at the BioShock collection. Like, each one has its own platinum and everything, but they don't sell each game.
That one I would have wished was sold separately because, like, I wanted just Infinite. But you're gonna send me Infinite.
Oh yeah, the disc. Yeah, you get that Infinite disc.
Dude, you should like send it to me now.
Yeah.
You have a stamp, don't you?
No.
You have a decently sized envelope?
I don't know, man. Stuff gets so messed up in the mail. Like, I sent, my mom mailed out a pincher friend the other day, and it got broken by the time it got to the other end.
Dude, you'll be okay. It's just a disc.
Disc. Gamefly does it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Just put, like, a little cardboard thing on it.
I probably have one somewhere. I probably have one of those Gamefly cardboard things somewhere.
You're my Gamefly.
Gamefly. Just for BioShock Infinite. But, yeah. But yeah, see, like, that's an example of one where they could have done it and they haven't done it. Borderlands, they didn't do it. You know, sell each one individually. I think really that's the only one that did it was Metro. Separating a PS4 game. Or, well, PS4 remaster collection thing. On digital. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And I think why they only showed Crash 1 was because that's just probably emphasizing it for the trailer, and there'll probably be a thing where like the next trailer will emphasize Crash 2, and then the third trailer would emphasize Crash 3.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see like some aspects of Crash 3 in HD. The water,
the boss fights,
I
mean the tiger on the Great Wall of China,
having like a realistic looking tiger. Like, we already saw Crash Bandicoot's girlfriend for the first one, and they did a good job with her. So I'm curious how they're gonna do everything else. How it'll look and sound.
Yep.
It's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait. Crash is back.
Crash is back, coming whenever.
It's so surreal. For years we've been waiting for this.
It's happening. But
Like, if only that was in the same year where like everybody was going crazy for like Final Fantasy and like Shenmue. You would have been like, holy crap, PlayStation's like coming back. The original,
original man.
all the originals. Now we're going back to PS1 era.
That's what people joked if Sony would put out one of those like PS1 classics, like the equivalent of the NES Classic, and just has a bunch of PS1 games preloaded on it.
That'd be cool. I think we answered something like that before.
I mean, it'd be neat, but I feel like it would be more work than necessary.
Yeah.
Because like if they Sony did one, it would be like everybody, because like the NES Classic is cool and all, but like you can't connect it online. You can't like type in your Nintendo account or anything like that. Because like on PlayStation, if they put this out, people would be like, no, I wanted to connect online.
Trophies.
Yeah, I want my trophies. I want to connect it online. So it'd be one of those things where like they have to put Wi-Fi in it. They have to make sure you can log in with your thing and all that. And everybody's like, what about a friends list? No, you can't do friends lists. You can just do trophies. That's the only thing you can do with the Wi-Fi on it is log in and get your trophies.
Yeah.
No
chat.
No chat. No online play.
Nah, it's just nah. Dude, if we ever got SOCOM as like a PS2 classic on PS4, oh my god.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
Everybody wants their SOCOM.
I miss SOCOM.
But anyway, speaking of internet and online and whatnot.
Well, it's about the internet. So much about the internet.
So much about the internet. Yeah, everything's about the internet.
That's how we get all our information, dude.
Yeah, man, this podcast is going to be on the internet. But anyway, Ubisoft confirmed this week that their upcoming game, For Honor, will be always online, even when you're playing the single-player component.
Oh.
And you require internet connection all the time to play For Honor.
Oh, no. So it's like Need for Speed. Did they learn their lesson?
Well, Need for Speed was EA, but they did put out The Crew. Ubisoft put out The Crew, and it was the same way. Where The Crew, you needed a constant online connection to play it.
They didn't learn their lesson from The Crew?
The Crew, man.
What a flaw.
It's still getting content. They put out a new expansion for The Crew.
That's freaking ridiculous, dude.
Last month.
I bet you not. Like, you have less than like 200 concurrent players on it.
I mean, my brother plays every once in a while. I don't think my brother even knows, though, that there's a new expansion for The Crew.
Is it free?
No.
I like my free.
Yeah, I know, but
free?
They got to make some money off the fan base that's still there.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about how companies got to make their money in a little bit.
But yeah, you're gonna think. But no, they said there's just reasons, because they said there's certain elements like progression and some of the things are online, shared across story, multiplayer mode. There's certain assets they said they're shared between the single player component and the multiplayer component. And that's why it has to be online, because you need to like transfer stats and all that,
right?
Character stats and everything. And I'm just like, I mean, it sucks, but I mean, it's kind of like whatever. I mean, people don't really know what to think about this game For Honor yet.
I mean, it looks neat. It just never blew me away. The E3 presentation for it was all right. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of the problem with For Honor, is that I've already talked about this kind of at length way back on some old episode. But that's just kind of the thing. Like, For Honor is that new IP. It's that new thing. So that's the problem. It's like everybody keeps saying, "Oh, we want something new, something new, something new." But then when something new like For Honor comes around, they just don't know what to
make of it.
Yeah, to make of it. Where it's like, yeah, it's something new, but that's kind of the thing. I don't know. It's not an open world thing, so I can't just fall back on that. It's not a first person shooter, so I can't just fall back on like first person shooters. It's third person, online, co-op, competitive thing, and melee combat, and it's different. People don't know what to expect. But they are doing betas for it. There's a closed beta in January, so it'll be sometime next month, and they're going to pretty much have to do an open beta for this game. Right before this game comes out.
They always do that, yeah. I don't know. We'll see if they'll even do an open beta.
They kind of need to. I mean, this game comes out in February, and they kind of need open beta to kind of just get everybody on board, just to let people know what it is and have a chance to actually play it. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, one game that did that and it helped them extraordinary, was Overwatch. Overwatch did that open beta like a month before the game came out, and it was just like open beta, everyone can play, and that's when everyone played it and finally was like, oh, I get what this is, and that's when all the hype started. It was like a month before the game came out because everybody played the beta and kind of knew what it was after that point. Because before it came out, people didn't really know what Overwatch was.
Yeah, people were confused. The battle board
But
thing.
yeah,
People,
because it was
like,
kind of like Battleborn. Like, is this a MOBA? Is this an MMO? What is this? And they're like, no, it's a competitive online shooter. And then, like I said, there was almost nothing on the there. There was just kind of this weird there's almost no hype for that game until a month before it came out when everyone played the open beta, and then everybody just freaked out over Overwatch. Like, oh, I get it. This is awesome. Blah blah blah. And the hype.
and then Blizzard themselves put more marketing effort.
Yeah, once everyone actually played it, and then all the hype came, and then it became the big.
Then the reviews started coming in.
Reviews and all that hype came, and then it formed and became the big thing this year.
They're like, oh my gosh, Overwatch is the new thing.
Overwatch, the new thing.
The Game of the Year winner.
From the Game Awards.
Not the Game Awards, but the Game of the Year winner, though.
It is a Game of the Year winner. They can now actually put out a Game of the Year edition if they wanted to.
They have the Origins edition.
The Origins edition, and they can do Game of the Year edition now. But, yeah, so, like, for Honor, they kind of need to do the same thing where they just put out a big open beta just to kind of give everyone a chance to actually play it and kind of figure out what it is and whether they want it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. And we'll see. And then people got to know that they need internet to play this. And I mean, it's not even so much to like. It's not even like, yeah. Obviously, there's got to be people out there who are like playing their PS4 and have never connected it online because for whatever reason. But I mean, even just in moments when like the network's down, if the network's down, you can't play the game. You know, even single player, or something might be just wrong with the internet that day. You know, and you just can't play this game. So it just kind of hurts that there's just no way to play the game without an internet connection.
Like when lightning strikes.
Yeah, when lightning strikes. I've had that happen.
Literally.
I've had that happen. Lightning struck the side of my house and just killed my internet for like a week.
Yeah, that was a bad day. I was there.
Yeah, so it was just
I wasn't there. I was there when you were witnessing the destruction.
There in spirit. But yeah, and then my internet was messed up for a little while. So yeah, so like in theory, if I had For Honor, I couldn't play it during that time period because my internet wasn't working. So I mean, we'll see with this game. But speaking of people playing your game and all that,
share play,
not share play. Activision has announced that starting today, actually, and by the time you're listening to this, it's already going to be live, is that they're doing a Call of Duty Infinite Warfare free trial weekend starting Thursday through Sunday. You can download the whole game.
Yeah, this is crazy. They're giving you the whole game, not just the multiplayer and zombies. They're giving you the whole game.
The whole game. You can download and play for free this weekend. Minus Modern Warfare Remaster. They had to emphasize that it does not include Modern Warfare Remaster.
Well, I mean, it's the Legacy Edition. You gotta get the Legacy Edition.
Yeah, I know, but like it was just kind of funny. They had to note that like does not include Modern Warfare Remaster.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's not like this is the first time this happened. Like, we've seen this for other games. Like, Madden does this. You know, they do free trial weekends. Overwatch does free trial weekends.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 did one. So, like, it's not necessarily new, but it is new for Activision. You know, to be doing this.
Yeah. So, like, are they in that position to, like, just be desperate where they're like, please try our game?
Please try our game. You know, just please play it. It's kind of funny. I completely forgot about this free trial thing because last night I went to Redbox. I don't like Redbox.
What?
Yeah, last night I went to Redbox. I rented a movie, and as I was renting the movie, it said, "Oh, hey, you know, you can get a free 1 day rental of a game. Just add a game, and you get it for free for 1 night." So I was like, okay. I was like, see what games they had. They didn't really have anything I wanted, but they had Call of Duty. So I was like, oh, let me just get Call of Duty to try it. And then I rented it for free. And then when I got home, I realized, oh, wait, the free trial thing this weekend anyway. And I got the disc version.
You gotta go back to that Redbox before it sucks your money away.
Yeah, I gotta bring it back tonight so I don't get charged for it. But yeah, so I put the game in last night, installed it, and updated it, and I played a little bit of it this morning, and I was just like, I'm done with this. Like, I didn't even get past the first level.
Were you just that bad?
No, the game dynamic already pissed me off. Like even within the first level.
Oh well, I don't know. I mean, dude, I got the Legacy Edition of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is just the bonus game.
So you never even played Infinite Warfare yet?
No, I haven't even bothered.
They've been bothered. Because like I played the first level and I couldn't even finish it because right before the ending it already pissed me off because like the beginning's linear. You're kind of going through the level because they ones ease you into all the big sci-fi stuff. So like they ease you into the first level, and then like by the end of it, there's this like missile thing, and you have to like it's on a track or whatever moving forward, and they give you 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to like you get out of there, and there's like this big mech robot you have to hurry and kill, and then there's a bunch of enemies shooting at you. So you have to kill all that, do all that in 2 minutes, and there's another room with some more mech things coming at you, and they kept killing me and killing me and killing me, and I couldn't figure out what to do. I had to look it up online, like what the hell am I doing wrong? There's no way they expect me to kill all these enemies in 2 minutes. And they're like, no, you have to like kill so many enemies, and then you hop on the rocket thing and you press the button, and then the button shoots a laser into the level. So it's like, okay.
Huh.
So I ran through it again, and when I killed the first robot, I went in a corner and it did a checkpoint and it saved my progress, and I had 18 seconds left to finish the level. And the problem is the rocket's moving on a track, so it's a set speed. So by the time the rocket is in position and the light goes green for you to hit the button in the level, the timer's already done. And so when I come back, it's at that point where I still have 18 seconds left.
Because you got the checkpoint reached.
Yeah, because I hit the checkpoint when I had 18 seconds left. 18 seconds is not long enough for that missile to get in the right spot to get ready to end the level. So the only way...
No, dude, they must have gameplay checked that. Maybe it is, but you just can't get there.
No,
you
I
just
sat there and
enough.
watched... I sat there in the corner where I can't get shot, watched the missile go across the level. That light does not turn... The light is still red when the clock hits 0. And you can't hit it till it turns green. I have 18 seconds left. So I can't... There's nothing I can do except for reset the level.
So you got a reset level bug.
I have to reset the whole level and make sure I don't screw up the timer at the checkpoint again.
Dude,
so I said screw this game.
This reminds me of that. Oh!
I'm bringing it back to Redbox. I'm bringing it back to Redbox. I'm done with this.
But you get to play for a couple more days.
Yeah, if I go and download the whole freaking thing for it.
50 gigs, dude.
See, that's what sucks is that like Sony needs to find a way to get around this. Where like, let's say you rent a game or you get a game and you put the disc in, you install the whole game. Like if you do like later decide to buy a digital version, it should just unlock the files you already have on there. But like no, you have to uninstall what you have and then re-download the whole digital version. You know,
dude, I think Xbox One already does something like that.
They can do that on PlayStation.
Dude, there's a lot of things that Sony doesn't bother to do with PlayStation. Xbox does so much refinements and stuff, and that they have faster download speeds now. I'm like, gee, that would be really helpful on PlayStation.
I don't know, man. PlayStation's really fast for downloading if you keep it in rest mode.
It's not dude. Does it matter if you're playing a game while downloading something?
I don't know. For me, it's really fast because like when I installed Infinite Warfare last night, they had that big like 5 gig update for it, and it told me like the estimated thing was like 5 hours. I was like, no. So I put my PlayStation into rest mode. And
no.
I put my PlayStation into rest mode, and then I went to go watch a movie on my Blu-ray player. So I wasn't using my PlayStation. I was watching the movie on Blu-ray player, and that was like 2 hours. When I came back, turned on my PlayStation, it was done updating. It downloaded all 5 of them.
So it took 2 hours.
So yeah, it took it like half the time it said because I kept it in rest mode.
So your Blu-ray player, i.e. Xbox One S?
Maybe.
Oh! When PlayStation's falling behind.
Yeah. It's always been that question, that hypothetical question. Like, I've always asked myself that for years. Like, what would Sony have to do for me to say, screw this, and, like, I go out and buy an Xbox, you know?
No exclusive games?
No, it was never that. I don't know. That's the thing. For years, I never knew what would be it. Like, what would be the thing that Sony would have to do for me to say, screw this, and I go buy an Xbox. And this year, they did it. It was not including a freaking 4K Blu-ray player in their system.
Which is something that's now, like, kind of marginalized.
No, I need this. I have 4K Blu-rays now, and I can't play them in my PS4 Pro. So, like, how can I play these 4K Blu-rays without just buying a 4K Blu-ray player? Xbox One S has a 4K Blu-ray player built in.
Yeah, I know. It's just that it's not a problem for a lot of people.
Not a problem for a lot of people, but it is for me because I am upgrading to 4K, and 4K content. And this is something that Sony's not going to fix in the next couple of years. They're not going to put out a whole other system and just say, oh, it's exactly like the Pro, but it has a 4K Blu-ray player in it.
That'd be stupid.
this is not a problem that Sony's going to fix anytime soon. So it's one of those things where I have to basically get this Xbox One S if I want to play my 4K Blu-rays. While buying a 4K Blu-ray player, because I could just buy a 4K Blu-ray player, but they're $200 by themselves, and I'm like, for $200, but if I pay $50 more, I can get an Xbox One S and I can play games and stuff too.
Games?
Better value.
Better value?
Yeah.
More gaming?
Gaming.
Does Sony themselves even make 4K Blu-ray players?
I don't know. I think the only one.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, it's ironic. They haven't actually put out theirs yet. I think the only one really on the market is the Samsung one.
Jeez.
It's
they didn't even bother making 4K Blu-ray players.
I don't get it. Why are there all these 4K Blu-ray discs coming out, but there's just not enough 4K Blu-ray players available to even play these things?
See, because it's new, dude.
It's new, but every major movie now, other than Disney, is putting out 4K Blu-ray movies.
It's still new, though.
I guess.
It's still new. I mean, looking back when Blu-ray and HD DVD were coming out back in the day.
Oh boy, those good old days.
Yeah, remember that day? Late 2005, early 2006?
Oh yeah, I couldn't buy Transformers 1 because I had my PS3 at the time, but I couldn't buy Transformers 1 on Blu-ray because Paramount was siding with HD DVD at the time. So like when Transformers 1 came out, I had to go out and buy the DVD. That was like the last DVD I ever bought.
And then Universal also sided with HD DVD too because they were like, "Oh, look at King Kong."
Oh, HD DVD.
I watched that was the only HD DVD I ever watched was King Kong because my friend had that. I went over to my friend's house and he had the
add-on piece.
Yeah, he had the add-on piece of the 360. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, I remember being astonished how good it looked. At the time, I was like, "Whoa, this looks so good." Because I had the regular King Kong.
Yeah. That's what I always wondered for Sony, like if they would put out like an add-on piece for the Pro to like play 4K Blu-rays.
And I think I remember because I remember in a middle school field trip, went to one of the Toshiba factories in Japan, and I remember they were in like one of their facilities. They were like highlighting HD DVD at the time, so now it belongs in a museum. Oh,
oh boy.
No, I'm not joking. Like they were kind of promoting it a little bit. Yeah. Like here's HD DVD because it was new.
Yeah, it was new. But like the weird thing about HD DVD was like the one cool thing about HD DVD was they would have the standard version on the disc. Like you can flip it over.
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah, one side was HD, the other side was the standard definition DVD. So you actually could play this in a regular DVD player, which was pretty.
Yeah,
neat.
That was the only cool thing about it.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. It gave you options because like even Blu-ray still doesn't do that. Like Blu-ray, you still buy the combo pack thing and it comes with the Blu-ray, the DVD, and whatever. So you have all the options. But like it was weird because I think Universal and I think Lionsgate actually did put out a handful of like Blu-rays that had that capability where you just flip it over and had the DVD on one side. But
no way.
They did. Like I think like they
a reverse-sided Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, yeah, I think they did. I think there's only like a handful though. I think like Universal put out like the Bourne movies on that format, and I think maybe Lionsgate put out one or two movies like that, and then after that was it. They didn't do any more. And I was like, why is this not a thing?
I don't know.
Because I mean, even Lionsgate was
like,
because I mean, even Lionsgate was doing the thing that no one else was doing. They were putting the 3D version of their movies on a 2D Blu-ray. Like no one else was doing that. Everyone else was still putting out a whole disc just for the 3D version and a whole disc for the 2D version. Lionsgate was like, no, the 3D version's on the 2D disc.
Maybe it's something with memory.
Maybe. Because like I know like Dread was
because
I have Dread on Blu-ray and it has a 3D version.
Blu-ray disc only costs like what, 15 cents to manufacture? It's not that much. DVDs cost 10. It's not that much. Sure, in the long run, as it would add up, it would save a lot of money, but nah. It's not worth it.
I don't know.
I'll just say it's not worth it.
It's always weird to me that, like, you know, a little company like Lionsgate was doing stuff like this and no one else is. And it's like, why is Lionsgate doing this and you're not, you know?
They're forward-thinking, that's why.
Forward-thinking, man. Double-sided Blu-rays, 3D version on the 2D disc. You know? I don't know. But it is weird.
Dude, this guy's playing Crash 1 so fast. I'm watching a Crash 1 speedrun.
Speedrun. But, yeah.
Dude, how is some of this shit going to look in HD?
Or 4K. Whoa.
Crash's 4K support.
Yes, it
Better,
does.
better at a good steady frame rate.
4K support. And speaking of 4K support, guess what game is getting 4K and HDR support?
Not Watch Dogs.
I watched
God
those.
of War.
Well, I guess so, but not.
Death Stranding.
No, this is a game that's already out and it's going to get updated to have PS4 Pro support 4K and HDR.
I have no idea.
It's pretty exciting.
Battlefield 1.
Nope. This is
Call of Duty?
not this year. It's not a game from this year.
Killzone.
Nope.
Until Dawn.
Nope.
Is it first party?
Yes.
Infamous? No. There aren't that many to go by.
Well, let me correct myself. I think it's first party. It isn't exclusive to PS4. I'm not 100% it's first party.
No Man's Sky.
Nope. It was
Movie Plan 3.
It was a launch game. How about that?
Really? They're putting the launch games on 4K support?
Yes, this launch game is getting a
Next?
PS4. Nope.
Throw me a bone here, man.
It was a downloadable launch game title.
Resogun?
Yeah.
Really? Resogun
Yes.
is getting 4K support?
Yep. Resogun is getting a PS4 update that will allow 4K and HDR support on the game. So this game is going to look.
That's badass.
Yeah, this game's going to look
Amazing.
really good.
Holy cow! I love Resogun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-download it on my PS4 Pro because I don't. At the time this article, the update wasn't out yet. I don't know if it's been released since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely something I'm gonna have to re-download Resogun and try that out because that game will look amazing using 4K and HDR.
I wonder if they ever get like what was it? Dead Nation.
Dead Nation. Yeah, well the
But
thing
Dead
about
Nation was just scaled up. It was not really like.
yeah, I mean it was already a PS3 game, but like Resogun is gonna look really good because it's a PS4 game and it's got the particle effects and the colors and all that. It's gonna look really good. Really excited to try that out. Once that
The one I never got around to was Alienation.
Yeah, because that was their most recent one. But like Alienation was weird because like they didn't even include like couch co-op, like from the start. Like I think now they've put it in there since launch.
Yeah, I don't need it.
But I mean that's like a big thing for these games was that like couch co-op, and since they're kind of close together, you don't even need to split screen.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, gross. Oh.
I mean, I don't need it.
I didn't need Rock Band 4 online play, but we're still getting it.
Good. I need it.
Yeah, you need it. And I'm going to use
it. A lot of people needed it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to use it when it comes out, but it was one of those things where I wasn't like, kicking the dirt when they announced that it wasn't going to happen at first.
Well, it sucked because it was in the other games. What do you expect?
What do you expect, man?
What do you expect, man? It's coming out January 25th.
There you go.
It has to be after break because,
As you know, man.
Reasons. At least it won't be hopefully buggy, but it's harmonics, man. I don't know.
Man.
They like to only put out passable working content. And lame VR stuff.
Oh, boy.
Dude, like, I have a feeling certain developers... I feel like we need, like, a new wave of developers that actually understand VR because, like, we have these developers that, like, have worked with regular gaming for the longest time, and, like, when they try and work with VR, it's a little laughable. Like, I think one company that'll do a good job with it that's worked in the gaming industry for a long time is Insomniac.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if one day Naughty Dog tries to make a VR game, oh my god. Like, something new. Not even Last of Us or, like, Uncharted. It's new.
No, but I hear that new game that came out this week is really good for VR. The
Robinson?
No. I Expect You to Die. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, dude, that game. You need to get that one. Dude, there's a lot of games you need to get up here. Come on, man. What are you just leaving that thing in the dust?
Well, that's the problem. Every time I take it out, I always end up playing the same game. Like, like every time I take out my VR, I end up just playing Until Dawn or VR Worlds. Like, I did try out the like Call of Duty Jackal mission thing, but like, it was fine. But it was one of those things where like I might as well just go play E Valkyrie, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. Like you're just flying around in a jet, shooting stuff in space, and the Jackal mission is so short. It's just kind of like, oh, there you go, that's it. And then you're just kind of like, all right, time to go play E Valkyrie. You know, because there's one more of that. I still haven't played the Star Wars mission. I really want to.
What about
Probably
the Call of Duty mission?
that's what I just said. That's what I'm talking about. The Jackal mission.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's fine. I mean, you fly around in the jet from Call of Duty and you shoot down some enemies in space, but it's so short. And then it's just kind of like by the time it's done, it's like, well, I might as well just go play E Valkyrie because that's what this is. You know,
Oh,
kind of like a watered
dang
down
man,
version.
shots fired,
Just firing at Call of Duty all day today. Um,
dude.
But yeah, I mean, with the well, no, it's fine. Like if you don't have E Valkyrie, it's fine just to mess around with. Be like, cool, look, I'm flying
No,
around
it's
in a
okay,
jet.
man. I'm gonna give Call of Duty some shit in a minute, anyway,
Yeah,
because I'm a little pissed off at Call of Duty.
yeah. So like when the Jackal mission was over, I was like, oh, that's fine. It's really short. That's fine. But like, yeah, I have E Valkyrie. I can just go play E Valkyrie. You know, if I want to, do the space jet thing. I really do want to try out the Star Wars one. I haven't tried it yet. I'm probably gonna do it this weekend just because I'm gonna be like, hyped up after Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, Rogue One's all I like come back from Rogue One. It's gonna be so awesome. I want to fly in an X-wing and do stuff.
You're gonna come get out of that VR mission and be like, you know what, I'm gonna play E Valkyrie.
Well, I don't know. From what I hear, the Star Wars one is a lot different. Like the thing about the Call of Duty one is that you're doing the same thing you're doing in E Valkyrie. You're flying through space and shooting at targets. But like the VR one here, you're like doing the Death Star stuff. So that's more kind of mission based than just shooting at targets.
Could have a lightsaber duel with Vader.
I wish. No, so,
dude, imagine a Force Unleashed VR.
Oh yeah, get the move control as like his lightsaber. Oh my god!
Like one hand is a lightsaber, and one hand for the Force.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Dude, isn't that a good idea?
Yeah.
Somebody get on that.
Somebody at EA's house needs to go do that.
Dude.
I mean, we said the same thing when the Move came out. Like, oh, they just totally make a lightsaber game when the Move came out. And yet, what they did, they made that stupid Star Wars Kinect game instead of doing a lightsaber.
I'm riding solo. Solo.
Yeah, like, oh, look, like these two things came out at the same time. Like, oh, motion controls on the consoles. Like, oh, they should totally do a Star Wars game. Like, do one for Move where you can use a lightsaber. Okay, and then they ended up doing the Kinect game, dancing.
Remember when Star Wars was like with Xbox, like doing the Kinect stuff and like the bundles?
Yeah, the R2D2 360.
Oh, you mean the 3PO 360?
Or whatever it was. I thought it was R2D2.
Yeah, you're right. It was R2D2. I'm just giving you a hard time again.
And then now it's like, oh no, Star Wars is with PlayStation. You got the Lego Star Wars exclusive stuff, and then
but they did it back then when like Star Wars wasn't even really with Disney, really.
Yeah,
pre-episode 7.
Yeah, pre-episode 7, like pre all that new resurgence of Star Wars.
Now Star Wars is like with PlayStation, and it's a bigger brand, so like Xbox took an L.
Yeah, it's like. If only we could get those Knights of the Republic games on PlayStation, that would be nice.
Exactly, right?
Right? Oh, boy. Come on, BioWare. This is going.
Dude, if they made a new... Dude, if Mass Effect Andromeda doesn't work out and it's just like a flop, then maybe we'll get like Knights of the Old Republic.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Well, no, I mean, didn't EA said that like when they acquired the Star Wars license that like all their studios are working on some type of Star Wars property? And then like when and then with BioWare, they were like, oh, so that means BioWare's working on Knights of the Old Republic 3, right? And then BioWare's like, no, our Star Wars duties is basically just updating, the MMO.
People play that.
Yeah. Didn't they put out a new expansion this year for it?
I don't play these kind of games.
And I'm like, no, BioWare, I mean, the MMO thing's probably fine, but no, I want like a console AAA Star Wars, RPG thing, like Knights of the Old Republic, basically, but for PS4.
And then for the one that, what is it? Not Sledgehammer.
Respawn.
Respawn's working on, and EA will be like, "Hey, you want to get cheated on too? Do you want to release it next to like some other games, so then you can also get screwed over? Let's do it."
Do it, man. Yeah, but the thing is, like, well, the thing with the Titanfall 2 thing was like they were both first-person shooters. Like this Star Wars game is probably going to be like something different, third-person type thing. So like, I don't really know what they could put it next to that where it's like,
Dude, I would
it's
really hope that the
overshadowed.
Star Wars game is third person, and I would like the Visceral one to be first person.
It's going to be the opposite of what you just said.
What?
The Visceral game is going to be third person.
No,
We saw it in the thing.
that's just a little cutscene video.
Why would you think Visceral would be made? They've always said it was going to be a third-person game.
I forgot about that aspect. I don't know. This game's been in development for a long time.
They've always said the Visceral game is going to be third person.
A third person action game.
Besides, didn't you hate the last Visceral game that was in first person?
Yeah, freaking Battlefield Hardline piece of crap.
But yet all their third-person games are pretty good.
Most of them.
Most of them. Like what? Oh, Donnie's Inferno? Ooh.
They got no, but Donnie's Inferno's good.
Yeah, I like that game. I just
no, it's Army of Two. But
well,
that was another Visceral team though.
Yeah, well the first two were fine. It was the third one that got like terrible reviews.
Those weren't even made by Visceral.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. The third one wasn't even made by Visceral.
The last one was though.
The first one was. The second one. Third one. I don't know. I don't know.
Come on, man. You know how people do.
I just want my Dead Space collection. You can't bring up Visceral and me not kind of do my thing where I just want a Dead Space collection so bad.
Yeah. Do I really need it?
Well, we don't need it, but I just want it. Like so
I don't know.
bad.
I mean, I'm not really appetizing for it. I mean, they're fantastic games. I love them. Dead Space 1 and 2.
I love Dead Space so much.
I mean, I like Dead Space 3 also, despite the hate it gets.
Yeah.
I mean, we played it together.
Yeah.
This is DLC.
But I mean,
We didn't even bother playing making.
Yeah. But I mean, but like seriously, like I want a Dead Space collection over a Mass Effect collection.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd take that on any day.
Like, because EA's like, oh well, we don't want to really do remaster collections right now. We just don't see the kind of need or whatever for it. And I'm like, whatever, man. I just like, and it's weird because like out of all the E3 EA games, that's what I want. I want a Dead Space collection. Like I want it more than a Mass Effect collection. And that's the problem. Like
having them redone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if they ever do one, that's what they're going to start with is Mass Effect. And I'm like, I don't want Mass Effect. I want Dead Space.
Yeah, would you really want to play like all of Mass Effect trilogy again?
I know.
And dude, Mass Effect 1 would need a major facelift. Like I'm talking Crash Insane trilogy facelift.
Well, they're not going to change the gameplay up. It's just going to be visual.
They should. Mass Effect 1 is boring.
Mass Effect 1, it's the Crash Bandicoot 1 of the series.
It's the Crash, it's the Jack and Daxter one.
Well, I mean, that's the whole argument for Mass Effect 1 is that it does have more RPG elements to it, but the gameplay is just not as refined as it was in 2 and 3.
And it runs like garbage, and the gunplay sucks, and it's kind of boring. The villain's kind of lame. How do people say that one has like the best story?
I mean, it's the beginning. I mean, it's the beginning of your story. It's the first time you meet these characters. And then
I don't give a damn. I like the second one.
Everybody likes the second one.
No, actually, my favorite Mass Effect's the third one.
You always like the third one.
It's like the third one. I like Mass Effect 3 the best.
Effect 3?
It's got problems, but it's a good game.
Yeah.
What are the gems that you collect in Crash Bandicoot anyways? I don't even remember that.
Oh, the gems when you play the level the first time you collect a crystal. But when you play the second time you have to like find the hidden paths or hit all the there's 1 or 2 gems per level. Like one gem would be for smashing all the boxes in a level, and then the gem would be at the end. And then there would be a third gem that you would find for going down the hidden path.
Dude, these games are going to need platinums. There's no way you could freaking just get one platinum just for this.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my god, how's that ape-looking thing going to look in HD? I'm just looking at the game. There's some weird characters in Crash Bandicoot.
I just want to see that boss battle in HD from Crash 3 where you're in the spaceship shooting at the big robot thing.
Dude, it's gonna look so amazing.
That's such a fun boss fight.
All of it was fun.
Oh yeah, you're gonna play the biplane level. It's like Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Crash Bandicoot in World War One.
Yep. EA should did a little Easter egg in there. Work with Activision, put like a Crash Bandicoot Easter egg in Battlefield 1 for the biplane. That'd be great.
Dude, I want Crash Bash.
Oh yeah, Crash Bash. They could put that as DLC. Add in Crash Bash, add in the Crash Racing.
You never played it.
No, I never played Crash Bash.
Yeah, this is when you went like back in time, like in the Egyptian level. Bye bye blimps. You played as Crash's sister or whatever, and you're in the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's gonna look amazing in HD.
Yeah.
Completely redone. Man, that's gonna be quite a bit of a task.
Quite a bit.
Just to do it just for one level.
Mm-hmm.
All those assets. Because all of it was simple geometry back then for like PS1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, looking back, it's a really good looking PS1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty Dog, they know how to do stuff with hardware.
Naughty Dog knows what's up.
They always make the best looking games on any platform.
Any platform.
Now even on PlayStation 4 now.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2, because it even looks better than Uncharted 4 somehow.
Yeah. But yeah, lots of stuff. What? Moving along. Yeah, because stuff's coming to PS4 and all that. And, these current gen systems settling in because guess what?
I don't know what to guess. You gave me a lot of guessing.
A lot of guessing. No, this morning it was announced that Walking Dead Season 3 has been canceled for PS3 and 360.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, you got me scared. Like, The Walking Dead Season 3 has been canceled.
For PS3 and 360.
Really? Wow. So no more Walking Dead on PS3.
Yeah.
It's time. Come on, guys.
Time to move on. But yeah, they're still putting it on mobile platforms, iPhone.
Oh. Well, wait a minute. Well, the iPhone stuff. Okay, wait. Like the graphics are already like approaching 360 and PS3, anyways. Mm-hmm. Mostly.
But anyway, yeah, they announced that those versions aren't happening, physical or digital, which is kind of a little weird because like they've also broke down the save import feature.
Oh, they did
earlier in the week. They kind of broke down how that's going to work. They said let's say it has to be on the same system. I think it says it has to be on the same system. But let's say you're playing it on PS4 and you started on PS3. What you can do is load up your PS3 version, sign into your Telltale account, and basically upload it to the cloud save, the Telltale cloud save, and then log into that same account when you run it on PS4, and it'll copy over your save file.
There you go.
But it's recent. I think it's a recent update, so you have to go actually load up your PS3 right now and do it.
Download how many firmware updates since you last turned on your PS3?
Yeah, so download those updates and do that, and I'm just like... But the other option is that there's going to be an opening thing that will give you 42 options to pick from.
42?
Yep, if you never played previous season of The Walking Dead or don't have access to your Season 2 save file, A New Frontier will have a story generator option where you can start off at 42 different points, depending on how you answer some questions.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that too, instead of digging up.
Because I just can't remember what I even did 2 years ago on my Walking Dead Season 1 and 2 playthroughs on PS4. Mm-hmm. And plus, those just screwing around.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it'd be cool to just to kind of get a recap on everything too when you kind of go through and make those choices.
Oh, I remember Omid.
Omid.
No, it was going to be the Omid in Season 3 to die right away.
Yeah. Here's a funny option too. They said you can start the game fresh where you don't import a save file at all. You don't make choices and you don't import a file. But if you do that and start fresh, everyone from the first 2 seasons are basically by default set to dead.
Wow.
Everyone that could have died at that point is dead by default when you do that option.
It being The Walking Dead is just dead.
Just dead, man. So it's like, that's really depressing. So like when Clementine talks, she just talks about everyone she knows is dead.
Kenny.
Talking about everyone. Like, oh, that person's dead. Like, oh, what about this guy? Oh, no, he's dead. What about that guy? Oh, no, he's dead.
When Kenny killed that short-haired lady.
Or did he? Because it's your choices.
Wait, Kenny can die too.
He can.
Because he could shoot him.
But, yeah,
he was just getting out of control, Kenny.
Out of control, man.
Because with Alvin Jr., remember? Taking Alvin Jr. There's no babies in, like, the Walking Dead TV show, is there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Alvin Jr. might come?
No.
Welcome to my kingdom, Ezekiel. Do you think Ezekiel will be in this Walking Dead Telltale game?
I hope he is, just so you can, like, you'll actually care about his character because he's in the show. Or because
no, and then I'll see like how corny he is. And
no, because you're gonna be all hypocritical, and now you're gonna like the character because he's in the game. You're gonna like the character.
What about that character, Jesus?
Yeah, he's in the show.
Really? Jesus is in the show?
Yeah, he's on the TV show. Yeah.
Oh, then I don't care. Jesus actually is a compelling character. I'm like, whoa. Wait, so like, how's that? Oh my! I don't even know if I want to know Walking Dead.
But do you want to ask that question?
Jesus? Why is he named Jesus?
Because he has a long beard, and that was just something his friends would like sarcastically call him, and just kind of stuck.
So he can't die. I feel like in the trailer, he's like, "Hi, I'm Jesus." Like what?
Well, that's kind of how they introduce him on the show. He kind of shows up and he's like, "Oh, hey, my name's whatever," and then he's like, "But my friends call me Jesus."
Is it the same voice actor with like the actor of the show or what?
Oh no, he's not in the game.
Oh, that sucks.
No. I thought you were asking me if he was on the. Yeah, he's on the TV show, but he's not on the game. He's in the comics and the TV show, but he's not in the game, as far as I know.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Jesus is in the game.
He is in the game?
Yeah. Oh shoot! I should have spoiled it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jesus is apparently in Walking Dead.
Season 3?
Yeah, season 3 of the game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I did not know that.
And he says that same thing that you were saying in the trailer.
Oh.
Like, he's like, well, my friends call me Jesus.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it's probably not the same voice actor because they did the same thing when they did the Michonne thing where, like, that's a character from the TV show, but they didn't use the same voice actor. Because they're like, oh, we want this one to be the comic book one. Because that's what it is. Like, you're playing as the comic book version of this character, and the TV show one's different. So we're like, no, we want the comic book version. So we're going to be...
Because the Telltale series isn't related to the TV show.
Oh, I still never played that.
Nah. If you pre-order Walking Dead Season 3, all of it, you get it for free.
Yeah. I already have it, though. I already have the Michonne Telltale series. I just never played it. I never played it. I downloaded it, and it's on my hard drive, and I never played it.
Insane.
Same thing like Batman. I haven't finished Batman. I have episode 3 downloaded and never played it, and then I have episode 4 and 5 to still get.
To still get, dude? It was on sale. Dang, dude, you crazy. You cray-cray.
I just haven't had time to play Batman. Any Telltale games. So, I mean, we'll see with the Telltale. Now you let me know TV characters are there. So I expect more TV characters to run into.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Right.
What else we got? Oh yeah, this was funny. Or depressing, depending on how we want to look at it. So, Hideo Kojima did an interview recently.
Kojima?
Yeah, Kojima did an interview.
Kojima-san?
Yeah, Kojima. He said that Death Stranding will enter full swing development next year. Next year. Well, next year as in 2017. So, but still, full swing development.
December now, dude. What other time do you have to start?
Yeah. It says the production will enter full swing development in 2017. Shooting for a late 2018, early 2019 release date.
How's he gonna get that game done so quick?
Yeah, 2018 just it's not happening.
2019, huh?
Yeah, this is 2019, and like.
Or how about with 2018 for it to be delayed to 2019?
Yeah, that could be it too.
right?
Yeah, especially when you go into full swing development 2017. Oh no, you're not. You can't pump this out in a year. You know.
I mean, it's Kojima, so he's determined to get his legacy back.
I guess so. He's gonna take his time with it and like put this out. So, but I mean, it's just so crazy that we keep hearing about this game and then he just straight up say, "Oh yeah, we're starting full development next year," and it's like, what?
I mean, did you expect that the game was actually being made? Like,
They spent the whole last year just making those 2 CG trailers.
yeah.
That's all the development they've done so far is make those 2 CG trailers.
Well, it's funny. Kojima needed to. Dude, he went on his technology shirts, dude. Come on. He went on his technology shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, did you hear the story? When he went to Gorilla, like, that guy or whatever, he treated him like royalty. And then when Kojima saw, he said, like, you know, Gorilla was very warm and welcoming, and then he's all like, he liked the details of the engine. And then he comes back the next day, and Gorilla like gets down and like gives Kojima like the code keys to their engine. Like, no, dude, it was a literal like key, like in a box, and they gave it to him, and they're all like, you got to make a decision. Do you want this or not? And then Kojima-san was like, yes.
It's like I get it, you know, like I get he's a big deal and he's been working these, you know, Metal Gear games for over 20 years and all that. Like I get that, but
it's Metal Gear.
Metal Gear's great. I love Metal Gear Solid and all that, you know, and I even really like 5. And it's one of those things where you just dial it back a bit. He's just a man.
He's just a man. Dial it back a bit. Well, you see, like, he gets party gifts from Xbox, and I bet you, like, they say, like, please come back to Xbox.
It's like, no, just dial it back a bit. Like, I get it, you know, respect the man, all that, but just dial it back a bit. He's just
yeah, because that story I just told you of a gorilla, does that sound maybe not just a little bit ridiculous?
That sounds like, completely ridiculous.
Giving him the keys to the engine, like in a physical key box, like basically like a marriage proposal. Will you take my hand in marriage? Because dude, that freaking panel that they had at PSX was ridiculous. They were like, that's what they were talking about. Like Kojima talked about the process that he had with Mark Cerny and having multiple meals together with Gorilla, looking over the engine. He's like, yes, I will take it. He took the key. He took the key.
Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. But
I really wish I was making this up.
God, this game. Oh God, this game better be worth it all. In the end,
I mean, dude, I'm not like too. I'm anxious for it, of course, because it's very intriguing. But like, dude, we just got Metal Gear last year.
I know, but it's
I'm fine without a Kojima game for a little bit. I mean,
I know, but you're the one that keeps talking about the, you know, games being announced too soon in the whole preview cycle. Because like, how long are we gonna freaking hear about this game before it comes out?
Oh, dude, every single convention.
Yeah, every single convention.
Somebody did that to themselves though, because they were so like anxious to like. You remember when they had the Kojima video, like partnership video?
Yeah.
And then they had people were like, "Oh, what's next?" And then they bring him on E3, like freaking like a rock star, and then he's like, "Here's
And that's the thing, we're getting every bit of development on this because like they had the whole.
It's cool.
Cool. It is kind of cool, but it makes it feel longer because like look, they had the whole thing where he left. So everybody's like, well, what happens next? And they had the whole big announcement. He's working with Sony. We don't know what he's doing, but he's working with Sony. They had a whole big thing for that. Then they had a whole big thing just to announce their logo. You know, like the whole thing announced the logo, and then the whole thing where he's, you know, like you said, he's going on a spirit quest to find technology. And they had the whole thing on that. Then they have the whole. Now we got the whole
the
like,
technology search.
The whole announcement of the game with the CG trailer, and then now we got the whole new CG trailer, and then now we got this whole announcement that development will finally start next year, like full development. And it's like we're hearing every little bit of this, and it's just kind of like
a little overblown.
Yeah, and then everybody's kind of like, you know, like you said, treating him like a rock star type thing, and like getting all the special treatment, and it's like he needs to just go and actually start making the game.
Okay, well that's the thing. I think all that's done. Okay, like I think after all of that, I think it's done. Like he's got the engine, he's got he's got the framework, right? He's gonna get to work. I think. Like, and come after his Christmas break, he's gonna get to work.
Yeah, we're gonna not hear about the game for a whole other year. Like just not hear a single thing from this game.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully so. We'll see.
Wait, was that trailer like already a year ago? Don't tell me that was already.
Which one? The
Remember
first one?
Regis in the beta in the baby?
Where did that?
I thought that was E3.
Yeah, that was E3. That was a year ago. That was this past E3.
Okay.
Because we got that one at E3. That was in June, and then we got this new one in December for Game Awards.
Yeah, with Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Look,
Look.
Reggie. He even said "look" during that Nintendo Switch thing with Jimmy Fallon. It was like the first thing he said. He was like, "Look."
Oh boy.
He was the very first, like one of the first people in the public to play that Switch.
Yeah.
Looked pretty nice. I mean, comparing the footage from the Game Awards with Zelda, it seemed like it was running a whole lot better on the Switch. So it actually looks like a game of today. But we'll see more about that Switch next month.
Yeah.
The speculation will come to rest.
Speculation, man. We'll see if Elder Scrolls Online or Elder Scrolls Skyrim's coming to Switch.
Well, I know who will be excited about Elder Scrolls Online.
Yep. Yeah, there was even those reports that game remember that game Rhyme? Make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah. This was a game that we kind of saw a long ass time ago on PlayStation, and then it kind of went away for a while. Rhyme. And it kind of resurfaced.
Yeah.
Recently-ish, like a couple months back, they kind of did the whole announcement that Sony will not be publishing it anymore. The developers regained rights to it, and now they're going to presumably go multi-platform with it.
Yeah.
And then like a new rating board saying that it is scheduled for multi-platform, saying it was released on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
And PC.
Okay.
PC.
Can't forget
PC. But PS4, PC, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So Rhyme is becoming that. Yeah, this is a game I think that's just kind of what it was. The developers just kind of like... Because that's the thing about Sony. They're like... They try to work with the developers, but ultimately in the end, though, they still own the IP. And that's probably something a lot of developers kind of don't... Maybe not want in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's actually one thing... That's another thing Microsoft does different. Like, Microsoft doesn't actually own a lot of the IPs, even though they're exclusive. They don't own the IP. Like, they didn't own Halo for a while. Like, when Bungie was like...
That was Gearbox.
Yeah, what?
Well, for the PC version, I think, of the original Halo.
Yeah.
Don't forget that, dude.
Don't forget that,
you gotta know your Halo history.
Get into the Halo history, yeah.
Halo,
man. Still playing the first one. But
no, it's all right.
The first one's all right.
Well, the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, playing the first one, the Master Chief Collection. It's just all right.
You gotta know the. Wait, what?
What?
Did you just say it's Halo's all right?
Yeah, the first one is all right.
It's a good game.
I can't aim down the sight.
That's how it is. That's
I know.
what the classic 2000 shooter was.
I know. I can't.
That was back then.
Yeah, I know. Can't aim down.
You gotta remember for the time.
There really is not. But then too, like, there's no. You keep emphasizing the story. There really isn't much story in the first one. It's just your ship crashes and you run forward through this alien planet to stop.
It's the beginning. Yeah, it doesn't have much of a plot, but it's the beginning of like the whole Halo lore. Once you get into 2 and 3, oh my god.
Okay, then once we get there, but for right now,
it already has a better story than Destiny. It at least has one. Oh.
It's about the same as Destiny right now.
No, it has more of a story. You're not going to have characters in Halo saying, "Oh, I don't have enough time to explain."
I'm pretty sure they'd have someone that says that.
No, they don't.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what a Covenant is. I'm just fighting.
You don't read the Halo wiki.
I'm just shooting these aliens, and they don't do that. I don't know what they are. All I know is that I have to stop this big gun thing at the end. That's all I know right now. That's the whole story. Just shooting waves of enemies.
It's a good game. You're crazy. Halo?
The first one. I'm talking specifically the first one, though.
You should really beat the first one, get to the second one.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the whole thing. I'm just saying the first one.
Halo, are you playing like it in the anniversary graphics, or are you playing classic?
The anniversary graphics.
You should play in classic.
I tried classic. It's just so
blocky.
That's
how it is.
I know. But I'm going to play the anniversary version.
I love like the sights, the sounds. Like I kind of wish in the Crash Insane trilogy you could swap between the two.
But I already have the PS1 games on my
Oh, you
Vita.
already have the PS1 game. I mean, I just think it would be kind of cool.
Guess, but no, I mean, I mean, for you, like the sound stuff, yeah, that's nostalgia. The same way I feel for Crash. Like I want the sounds and stuff because that's my nostalgia, but I don't have that for Halo. I have to play it as is, you know.
Yeah, and look, it can be difficult replaying some like classic games that are kind of old and dated in some ways.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
guess what? Because guess what else I played too since then?
what years?
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead's good.
It is good, but it's the same thing as Evolve. It does all the same stuff Evolve does.
In a way, yeah, but like it's still
it's
a better game
because they Turtle Rock announced, because it does tie to something on my news thing. Turtle Rock announced, guess what? They're working on a new IP that's going to be a 4-player shooter co-op.
Oh wow!
Yeah, no surprise there.
They
With dark fantasy elements. With dark fantasy elements.
Oh god! Oh okay. I think I'm done. I don't.
But
dark
no,
fantasy?
so
What the hell does that mean?
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh
But
no!
yeah,
Are you kind of joking me right now?
no, that's what they're working on.
I think my interest is already lost.
But
Turtle Rock, what are you doing?
anyway, no, I just wanted to bring up Left 4 Dead because I finally played it after hearing so much about Left 4 Dead. I played it this week.
It's a good game.
It's a good
fun.
game. It's a good game, but I'm saying it does the same. Like if Left 4 Dead came out today, you would hate that game.
Nah, dude,
Yes,
because
you
it's
would.
actually a well-designed game.
No.
It doesn't have microtransactions.
Yes,
it's not
it does.
It's not to the pulp.
It costs. I loaded up Left 4 Dead 2, and all the DLC campaigns are $7 a piece.
Wait, you didn't buy like? Oh, you just bought like? Oh, okay.
When I bought Left 4 Dead 1, I got it on sale. It was like it was cheap, but it was like the Game of the Year edition. And when I bought Left 4 Dead 2, it was only $8, but it wasn't the Game of the Year edition, so none of the DLC was on it. And it cost like freaking $7 a piece for those campaigns.
Yeah, I don't know why they never discounted it or just gave it for free at that point.
$7 a piece, and only 4 or 5 of them are like on the disc, and the other 5 or more are like $7 a piece to download.
I remember like they were gonna do something with like Cabin in the Woods for Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
But like Drew Goddard was like, "Oh, it'd be so cool," but
Didn't
nah.
happen. But no, I'm just saying though, if Left 4 Dead came out today, you wouldn't like it because it does all those things you don't like about Evolve. It does. There's no single player campaign. It's just you playing with AI bots going through the maps.
Yeah.
So there's that. Left 4 Dead 1, there's only 4 guns.
That's how it is. It's classic. It's not like, and you need an arsenal of weapons.
I know,
Dude,
but I'm saying though, it only has 4 weapons. And
this also comes to a serious problem that we're having with like altering classics.
But here's what I'm saying though. Yeah, because you have the nostalgia for it, you know what's up. But I mean, I'm saying if the same game came out today, is what I'm saying. If it was the same game and it came out today, you would hate it.
I don't know. I mean, it's still good. It's probably a better designed game.
You would look at it the same way you look at Evolve, because Evolve's the same way. At least with Evolve, you have character classes, so you're doing different functions. In Left 4 Dead, there's no character classes.
It's kind of just like a skin, yeah.
Yeah, all 4 of you the same thing, and it just depends what gun you pick up. There's only 4 guns in the game. You still do healing, you still go through. There's no story. There's just you playing with bots. You need to play online with people.
There's a single player.
The single player isn't a story. It's just you going through the campaign with some bots, with 4 bots.
It's meant to be played with 4 players.
You're meant to play Evolve with 4 players.
Yeah, but it was stupid. It wasn't any fun. This is like zombies. This is like surviving and stuff. It's more fun.
But it's the same thing, and you're just fighting waves of zombies. But in Evolve, you're working together to kill one big monster.
Yeah, like a little freaking hide and seek game. People didn't like it.
You never played it. But I'm just saying, though, the only point I'm trying to make is I'm not saying that Left 4 Dead's a bad game or anything. I'm just saying if the same game came out today, you wouldn't like it.
We'll have to see. I mean, I don't know. There's some parallel dimension where like Left 4 Dead comes out as like a franchise still, and Valve bothers to put out a game. Or how about this? If a Left 4 Dead 3 were to come out today, then maybe I would hate it.
Because I mean, like I said, you would be like, oh, there's only 4 weapons. There's no single player story. There's you got to buy all these new campaigns to actually add to it because there's only 4 to start with. You know.
Like if a hypothetical Left 4 Dead 3 did these things.
Yeah, like if Left 4 Dead did the same thing Left 4 Dead 1 did, you said people would complain because they'd be like, "Oh, there's only 4 levels. There's no single player story. There's only 4 guns in the game.
But like its core gameplay was compelling.
You shoot.
Yes. You shoot zombies with
That's it.
friends.
You
And
shoot.
it's like a whole dynamic thing of like surviving and stuff and you communicate.
You could, yeah, and that's kind of the same thing what Evolve did, where it's communicate to work together, and you do. And since there's actual character classes, they work together because some do the traps, some lay out the traps, some are for the web, some do the healing and all that. With Left 4 Dead, it's just run forward, kill these waves of zombies. If one of you gets down, I gotta heal you, and then you keep going.
But definitely more people stuck with it. At least there's a Left 4 Dead 2. There's not gonna be an Evolve 2.
Left
Well,
4 Dead
wait.
2 was just Left 4 Dead 2 was just a year later, and it was basically an expansion because it just did more of the same. And they even included the levels from the first game in the second one as DLC that you have to pay for.
I like Left 4 Dead.
That's what I'm saying, because you actually played it and you know what's in there, and you played and you had your fun. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying it. And then I'm not. It is a fun, good game. I'm just saying though, if it came out today, you would hate it because it does all the things that you don't want.
Yeah, I mean it has some crazy practices. I mean, that's just a rock thing.
The moral of the story is you should have actually played Evolve and got your own opinion.
I'm never gonna play Evolve.
That's what I'm saying. If Left 4 Dead came out today, you would never play it because you'd be like, no, it does all these things that I don't like.
But they're different games, though. Still, like the way the gameplay is. Even though they're first-person shooters, you shoot things and whatnot. Like,
well, yeah, because with Left 4 Dead, you're going forward, doing waves of enemies, and this was more like a hunting type thing with Evolve. But they still do the same practices of no campaign. You need to play with 4 players to get the full fun experience out of it. And that's what I'm saying, though. You love Left 4 Dead so much, but it does so much of what you hate.
that doesn't mean I hate it. Evolve did those things I hate, but it also looks like it's just not a very fun game.
No, but you never played it. You don't have your own opinion of it. Like, I didn't have an opinion of Left 4 Dead because I never played it. Then I played it this week, and I see it. I see it's fun and all that, but I can also see where it has those same things that you don't like. But it's in there.
Yeah. I can see. Turtle Rock, just don't disappoint me in the next one. They used to be one of my favorite developers by making only 2 games.
By making only 2 games.
But they put out a dud.
That you never played.
That was overhyped.
That you never played.
I never bothered to play it.
You never bothered to play it.
It was clearly overhyped. We saw the media play it up at E3s where it was like, oh, look at Evolve, best of E3, Evolve. I'm like, okay, it looks fun, it looks cool at first. And then the game comes out.
Yeah.
Gets like 9s and 8s. And I'm just like, okay. But then I look at other reviews like within the chamber and it gets like 5s and 4s and 2s. I'm like, who do you believe? Who do you trust?
You believe yourself when you actually play the damn thing.
Well, that's what I was in the conundrum of. What do you do in that situation whenever you don't know if it's going to be any good?
You gotta find a way to play it for yourself.
I just never wanted to bother with it because I knew there were better things to do with my time than play Evolve. And clearly it was with a lot of other people too because only 18 people play the game on PC?
Yeah.
And God knows how many people play it on PlayStation. Probably more, but dude, it's done. Evolve is done. I don't know why we're still talking about Evolve.
I'm just trying to make a point to you that a game that you love, you would hate it if it came out today.
I don't know if I would completely hate it. Would I give it some flack for it? Yeah, but I mean, I like the gameplay.
You would basically treat the same way. You would treat the same way you're treating Evolve. You just put it off the side, like, no, it doesn't. I'm not gonna play it. Because it does these things that I don't like.
And on top of that, forget the microtransactions because now I'm already playing a game that has loads of them now, Call of Duty Remastered. So it's like putting those stupid microtransactions to the side, like it just
that are only cosmetics.
They're only cosmetics, but it didn't even look like a fun game.
It's fun when you play with other people and you're actually working together. I mean, Left 4 Dead wouldn't be fun if you're playing by yourself, just fighting waves of enemies and praying the AI is actually sees you and picks you up when you die.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead is not the greatest when you play by yourself.
And I mean, that's kind of the same thing with Evolve. You need to play with people.
Yeah, that's the whole dynamic of Left 4 Dead. Like, you gotta play with buddies. You gotta play with your buddies online, have mics, and just be like, hey.
That's what you gotta do with Evolve.
Yeah, but just even that didn't look fun. I was like looking at the modes and stuff, and like how it plays and stuff looked boring. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna play this ever. And then you have the media just hyping it up for no reason. It wins the best of E3 awards and whatnot. I'm like, why?
Well, you don't know. You never played it.
I was confused. I'm like, why? What is this game? Like, I gives you like the best of E3 of this. Like, what?
Yeah. Because I mean, I complain about games too, but at least I played them. Like I just said, like Halo. I just told you I've played it. And I've based it on what I've played so far. That's how I feel about it. I play Left 4 Dead, and I've given you my opinion on that. I play Shadow Mordor, and I've given you my opinion on that.
You hate Shadow Mordor. Huh? You think it's a crappy game.
I never said it's a crappy game. I just said it's not a Game of the Year game.
Shadow Mordor has won like over like 90 Game of the Years.
When Overwatch wins that many, you're still never going to play Overwatch.
Heck no! You're not gonna catch me dead playing Overwatch.
That's what I mean. You're sitting here trying to throw the whole Game of the War thing in my face for Shadow Mordor, but I can do the same thing for Overwatch, and yet you'll never play Overwatch.
Nah, dude. Overwatch has only won one Game of the Year award so far.
He's going to win more.
Shadow Mordor has won like what 30 times that.
But the year's not done, and Overwatch will win more Game of the Year awards.
And like, dude, Shadow Mordor has been on like how many top 10 lists of the year?
Overwatch is going to have all that too.
Shadow Mordor is a good game. That's crazy that you don't like it. It's good.
It's good. I don't love that game.
It's a fantastic. I love Shadow Mordor, dude. I might go get that Game of the Year edition. Cha-ching.
Yeah. But that's my point, though. At least I played it, though. I played those games and gave you an opinion on them about why I do or do not kind of think they match expectations.
Look, this is for you multiple games. For me, it's only one game, Evolve.
And Overwatch.
Both first-person shooters, multiplayer. It's hard. It's hard. Well, you got like 3 single-player games. That's easy. You got an Xbox. So you can play Gears.
Yeah, I could.
Another fantastic franchise. The first 3. Don't play Judgment, please. Don't. Awful. How did IGN give that one a 9.2? I don't know. They must have been on something.
I don't know. But, I don't know. No, because, I mean, there'll be other games, too, where you just don't play them, and you kind of sit here and, like, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I'm like, but you haven't played them.
It varies.
And I'm trying to tell you that. I'm just trying to say that there's games that you like, and I have played them, and I have different opinions, and I'm telling you why, because I played them. I play certain games that I like, and you don't like, but you don't play them. You just kind of sit there and say, I don't like them, because this.
That's just Evolve. There's like no other game I do that.
Yes, Overwatch.
There's no other game I do that.
Evolve and Overwatch.
Evolve and Overwatch. 2 shooters. Well, and I already don't bash Destiny anymore because I only played the first month it came out, so I can't say anything for the rest of it, how it's been updated.
Yeah, at least with Destiny though, I know you've played it, so I know you have an opinion based on what you've played.
Of that 24 hours of like the first like first month of it.
Yeah, well that's that's still good. I mean, you've played it, you have an opinion, you have played it, but like the other games you haven't, so it's just kind of like
Evolve.
Yeah, like Evolve and Overwatch. You never play those games. You never will, and you, because like, it just becomes your focus, you know. Because like I said, when the year Destiny came out, it was all about like, oh yeah, Destiny sucks, blah blah blah. But I was like, fine, but you played it, that's fine. And then when when Evolve came out, you're like, I hate Evolve, but you never played it. You never played
all its business practices and all that stuff. It's cosmetics.
Yeah, it's cosmetics. They don't affect the gameplay. When I play Left 4 Dead 2, guess what? I gotta pay $7 if I want another map to play more of Left 4 Dead 2.
Are you going to pay the $7?
No.
No.
So I'm going to stick to the 4 levels that came with the disc. And then the same thing with Overwatch. Overwatch is getting actually critical praise and all that, and you still say no, and you don't want to formulate an opinion on it. And
and
I
I
mean, it's not
saved
even
and I
like,
saved the community that plays it.
yeah, and like you have a chance. Like they keep doing the free trial weekend, so you don't even have to go buy the game. You just have to sit there and download it and play a little bit of it and form an opinion.
Well, I these 3 weekends. I don't know. Yeah, I lost.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, I think you need to kind of play some games to get the opinions on them.
All right, I'll play more first-person shooters. It's like we don't have enough of those already.
Well, I mean, at least with Evolve, it's different. It's not competitive. You're cooperatively working together, and with Overwatch, it's competitive, but it's different kind of competitive.
Yeah.
There's style to it. But I'm about to think of another, like a non-first-person game when you played, like, still you haven't played The Witcher, but like you never bitch about The Witcher though. You just say I don't play it or haven't played.
Well,
it.
I mean, I played it for like 90 minutes.
There you go.
Last year, but like
Yeah.
I don't really have like other than Gwent, like I don't really like Gwent.
Yeah, other than Gwent, but that's just
Gwent's a pretty nerdy game.
that's a portion of the game.
But I feel like it's a little pushed on you a little bit.
It's not.
The guy was like, "Do you want to beat me?"
No, once you walk past that guy, you never have to even like hear the word Gwent again.
I sure hope not, because like if I hear Gwent again or even see that little screen, I'm done. Nope. Like it's an unnecessary game that CD Projekt Red had to put within the game.
Yeah, but you don't have to play it at all.
Hopefully not for any trophies.
Well, yeah, there's a trophy for.
Then what benefits does it even get you from playing it?
Well, there's a trophy, and you can collect the cards, and it's just fun. It's just a fun game dynamic for people who like that.
It seems like so unnecessary. Like, do we need card games within our games?
You don't have to play it. It's just there. It's a thing. You could or could not do it.
You know, I'd be all over if like Uno was in like a Rockstar game. Oh, Uno's in GTA 6. Uno.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like we'll probably be talking about this again next year, but we reversed. You'll be playing Red Dead 2, and I'll be like, I don't want to play that.
Red Dead 2 will be a fantastic game. You're gonna play online with me. You're gonna be Teddy.
It's one of those things where, like, if I buy Red Dead 2, it'll be just because of the hype and not because I want to play it.
Yeah.
That's how I do with every Rockstar game. I buy it out of hype and not actually play them.
Come on, dude. Red Dead 1 is one of the best games ever.
At least I played Red Dead, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't get into it.
It's a good game. It's more than a good game.
No, I couldn't get into it. I tried playing it. I couldn't get
into
it.
Rockstar games aren't like the type of games that you're just gonna play at first and be like love at first sight. It takes time.
I played it for like a couple hours. I at least got I'm pretty sure I got at least halfway through the story.
Really, you got halfway through the story. You missed out.
Okay then.
Play it backwards compatible on the Xbox One S.
No, it's okay.
Get it for like $10 at GameStop. Easy.
No, that's okay. I have it on PS3. I just have to set it on my PS3.
Dude, you have to set up the PS3 and you're gonna play it on a lame ass PlayStation controller and it's not gonna run well. It's just get on 360. I mean, get on Xbox One where you can play it with a better controller.
No.
Oh, I wish the days of Xbox would just make controllers for PlayStation. That's such a better controller.
It's not. It's okay.
I love the Xbox One controller so much. I just wish that was on PlayStation. PlayStation has this unnecessary motion crap and just nah. It had unnecessary things in it. Like Xbox knows what's up. They have good triggers. They have it does have oversized shoulder buttons, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't like the glossy finish of them.
Nope.
But at least has better analog sticks. Holy crap, the PlayStation ones are garbage.
Yeah, I do like the analog sticks on Xbox controllers, but
They're
that's about it.
so good.
The only thing I like is the analog sticks. I don't like anything
The
else.
Pro controller, the Elite Pro controller. Oh my god, that's how you should roll.
No,
That's how it should be.
I will never buy that controller.
It's so good though.
Oh, how you would say you never catch me dead with that controller?
It's because choose to not be in the good controller race. It's good.
I don't need that.
It's comfortable. It has more use. You don't have to worry about it dying every 2 hours.
Then why don't you own an Xbox?
Because the games, they're just the same. PlayStation's got the better games.
There you go. That's all.
Got the games and I got my friends on it. I don't want to invest in a whole other ecosystem where I have to pay every year for live and.
Oh, I don't have live on mine.
No, man, you need live to watch Blu-ray.
All I have is the Xbox set up for my Blu-ray player, and I got Master Chief Collection because it came with it. And then I picked up Left 4 Dead just because it was so cheap, and I was like, well, let me try this out.
So cheap.
Yeah, because they're 360 games. You can they're cheap. But yeah, where are we at? 1 hour.
I don't even.
What?
Hour 24.
Hour 25.
How in the world?
Well, yeah, when we start ranting like that, time flies when you start ranting at the end.
Oh, we should make a new sub show, Dave. Wait, listen to all this. You know how Screen Junkies does the movie fights?
Yeah.
We should do video game fights.
And what exactly is that again?
What is that?
I have heard of movie fights, but like, what do they do in them?
They do what we just did. Argue.
Argue, just straight up argue.
Yeah.
Instead of just talking out the subjects.
Exactly. Yeah, we just do that and see who wins.
Yeah. And I'm gonna win because I have opinions and experience with these things. I'm not just guessing.
Well, movies is easy. You just watch it, but unfortunately, you have to stand hours playing Evolve. So I don't think I want to do that.
Like I said, or make it topical. Play a free weekend of Overwatch, and then you can have an opinion.
I don't know if I'm gonna ever play Overwatch.
Because I mean, like, you're right. Evolve's gone. It is kind of a thing to bring it back up. It's just I just wanted to bring it up because I played Left 4 Dead this week, and I kind of wanted to make some like points between those two games. But like Overwatch,
that one of them's good.
That they do the same thing.
That's a better core gameplay, dude. Evolve is boring. People didn't want to play it.
It's boring, but you never played it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, fine. Then when Red Dead 2 comes out, I'll never play it, and I'll bitch about it every week about how it's
Why?
boring.
What is there to bitch about it? Because it's going to be a good game?
I could say that for Evolve and Overwatch, but you'll still sit there and bitch and say it's not a good game.
People know it's not a good game because nobody plays it. It's dead. Well, Walking Dead. Well, Left 4 Dead's kind of dead too. I don't think there's many people playing online. Maybe you should have searched for some games when you were playing it. Why didn't you search for anything?
I was playing local co-op with it. I wasn't playing by myself.
Oh, well, you could play that. Playing by yourself is boring.
I never said it was boring. I just said it does some of the same things Evolve does, and you're the one who keeps saying you're the only one that used the word boring this whole time.
Because Evolve looks boring. I would never play it.
Boring. There you go.
It looks boring.
But it's not boring if you play with other people.
Maybe that's debatable, but just this core gameplay, it just looks just upsetting.
No, that's what I said. I think that's what I said for Left 4 Dead. I said Left 4 Dead would be boring or look boring if you're playing by yourself, and I wasn't. I was playing with one other person in local co-op, and I never said it was a boring game or a bad game. I just said it does similar things that Evolve did, and if Left 4 Dead came out today, you wouldn't like it.
Well, how about one that I don't like? Call of Duty getting the microtransactions.
Yeah, tell me about that real quick before we go out.
It's awful, dude. They added the COD points. They added the loot crate boxes. I'm so done.
They ruined that thing you love so much.
What did they do in Call of Duty? My friend was something I've perfectly so like, how else are you going to keep a dying game alive?
Same thing with Black Ops 3. They said they were actually going to be continuing to put out new content for Black Ops 3 throughout 2017.
What the fuck?
Yep, they said that in a live stream the other day.
So what, new maps?
I guess. They just said new content.
Dude,
zombie
is
updates.
Infinite Warfare that shitty where like the other Call of Duty needs to make more content because more people play that Call of Duty?
I guess so.
I don't think that made any sense.
Mm-mm-mm.
That Call of Duty that shitty where like, dude, Infinite Warfare's multiplayer was some ass.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like it.
Well, I'm not gonna play it now. Like I said, I got pissed at the first level, so I'm like, eh.
Dude, come on. You can't get to the first level because you weren't good? Just
No,
kidding.
no, because of this stupid checkpoint
Just
thing.
kidding.
Like I cannot. Like it's mathematically impossible to finish that level without me restarting it.
I'm going to have to see about that once I play it. Watch, I'll get it done the first try on Veteran.
Yeah, you probably and I am playing on veteran, and I couldn't do it because the time thing. The gun would not line up in 18 seconds. It's mathematically impossible. It will not line up in that amount of time. I have to reset the thing.
You just probably weren't quick enough.
I know I wasn't, but instead of me resetting back and retrying, I have to restart the whole level and not just my checkpoint.
Just restart the whole level, dude. It's the first level in the Call of Duty game, dude. It can't be that bad.
It's just the point. I have to restart the whole level because of a stupid checkpoint thing that saved my time wrong.
That's what happens, dude. Just restart it, dude. You would have had more time.
If this shit happened in the game you didn't like,
dude, I'd leave.
Yeah, I'm leaving Call of Duty. I'm done.
Dude, don't leave for good. You gotta play zombies with me.
No, I had to go bring it back to Redbox.
Stick it Redbox. Sucks up your money.
No, it's free. If I bring it back before 9 o'clock, it'll be free. At one
Yeah,
day.
but just Redbox is a ripoff in general. Wish there was an easier way to return it. Like, just whatever.
You just can't drive to the Redbox.
I just hate Redbox. It's just so inconvenient. Rip off $2 a movie.
That's cheaper than $5 on iTunes.
I have not rented like an iTunes movie in a long time.
Well, yeah, because me and you, we just go to the movies to watch everything we want to see.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's very rare I need to actually go out and rent something because I've seen it all in the theater.
Yeah, I know. And the last movie I bought was like Gone Girl because I didn't get a chance to watch it in theaters. Because for some reason it wasn't playing at theaters around me, so like I wanted to see it so bad, so like I waited until a digital release and just bought it right away. Yeah, that was like the last movie I bought, so that was like 2015 or like 2014.
Yep. But yeah, we're at the hour 1:30 mark. Do we have some more questions? If we can shoot those out.
Yeah, someone asked. I don't even look at the username because my glasses are off.
Glasses are off.
Because that's how heated it was in here. I was getting sweaty in the. How come there's no greatest hits for PlayStation 4?
That is a good question. No, because it's true. It's like something I haven't thought about. Like, I mean, I don't think Xbox One has done it either yet. Like platinum hits.
Like a select hits. Nintendo Wii U does it with Nintendo Select.
That's weird. That's weird they haven't done that on new platforms. I mean, games still drop to $20, but like they don't give it like a title.
Oh, dude, they dropped like freaking like The Order and shit. Would you really want to call that a greatest hit?
It's a. I don't even know what would be a better name to call
it. The greatest dud.
Greatest dud.
No Man's Sky, greatest dud.
Just call it the Get It Now edition. It's just super cheap.
The Get It Now edition. How about just the appropriate price edition?
Appropriate price edition.
Appropriate price. The Order. So laughable, dude.
Oh boy. But yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why they're not doing it. I don't know why, because I mean,
that's a good question. I'm gonna read his username, his or her username now. What's his name? Simple_future3.
There you go.
A lot of underscores.
Yeah, I mean that's a good question because I haven't really thought about that. I mean, yeah, we do see games drop cheap to like $20 or less, but like they don't have like an actual like title thing for it, you know. I think my
red boxes and the PlayStation 3 jewel case.
Yeah, I think what it is just probably don't want to repackage a lot of those old games.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point? I mean, dude, we can't even get instruction manuals on our games anymore, so what's the point?
They really want to go through the trouble and like reprint new packaging and new labels, you know? Like Sony just sit there nodding their head, seeing new packaging of The Order. Like, god damn it, we're actually putting this thing back out. You know, like making more discs and repackaging them in new boxes. And I mean, since all games are available digital, it's not even like, oh, look, they don't have the disc anymore. Like, they don't print the disc anymore, so it might be harder to find. Like, no, it's
Whenever it
there
was like a
digital.
different printed disc, it would say greatest hits on the disc.
Yeah, because it was a new print of it. It was like basically a second printing of the game. And I think that's just probably what it is. They just don't want to do manufacturing costs to reprint those games and to repackage them and redo the labels and all that. Just save money. They'll say
The only ones
it.
we get is like Game of the Year awards.
Yeah, but even then, that's still them putting new content on there anyway.
Generally. Like Shadow or Game of the Year edition, which you can pick up on sale right now. Whatever, over 45 Game of the Year awards.
Yep. It's okay. It's okay.
I only got $20 this week, so like I can't say much.
But yeah, I think that's what it is. Just manufacturing costs and all that. So.
One more question though.
One more question.
Brian Hardlines 4. What are the odds that Last of Us 2, God of War, or Death Stranding could be released very close or even after PS5's launch?
No.
I mean, he has a somewhat of a point. I mean, God of War 2, dude, came out after PS3.
Oh, God of War. Okay, I didn't hear the 2. I thought you just meant the God of War we've already seen. Like, what?
The God of War that we already seen in E3.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a PS4 game.
No, that when they would be released, like around PS5. Like, Last of Us was close to PS4. God of War 2 was like after PS3.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying now.
I think that's what he's meaning here.
Yeah.
Not that they would release on PS5, but like maybe close to or even after
like,
PS5.
You're saying like those would be like the end of the generation games.
Yeah.
Death Stranding pretty much. That's pretty much what it's looking like. Last of Us 2, maybe. It's just, I don't know, man. Because I know the PS3 generation was really long, but it's just kind of weird to sit there and think like, during the entire PS3 generation, Naughty Dog put out 5 games or 4 games. The three Uncharted, and Last of Us. That was 4 games in that life cycle. And to think Naughty Dog is only going to put out 2 for this life cycle. 3? What's the other one?
Last of Us Remastered.
No, I'm not talking about remasters.
But they worked on that though.
They worked on it, but like it's not.
They had to understand the PS4 hardware.
I guess, but I still wouldn't consider that
a game,
like a new game. Like they still only put out 2.
But it is a game.
A game, but then the same logic, I can say like the Uncharted collection. It's like, oh, it's Naughty Dog.
That was Blue Point.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking original games for the platform. Like they made it from the ground up for this platform.
Well, yeah, this console generation is gonna be shorter, dude. Freaking PS3 went on way too long.
But we still got The Last of Us and all that out of it at the end.
It's gonna, once that happens, it's gonna be it. By then, it'll already be like coming in 5 or 6 years of the PS3, PS4. That's ridiculous. We should already have PS5 by then.
PS5, let's see. PS4 came out 2013. So even if it was like a 5-year cycle, it'd be 2018 for the PS5. Or,
yeah.
I would say, I don't know. I would like to say 1 more year.
No.
I get a 6-year cycle.
I actually kind of want this one to end kind of sooner. How about let's have a refresh reset button. Everything works on release. No more patches.
None of that's gonna go away. You know that.
Microtransactions go away.
That's not going away.
Developers stop being lazy and not put as much content as they used to in their past games. Dude, PS2 games didn't need patches.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't do it.
Most PS2 games didn't need it, except Crash Team. Except for Jagex.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you couldn't fix your game. It had to be that when you put it
That
out.
was the cool thing. Now it's just half-ass everything. Battlefield. Broken at release. Battlefield 4.
Yeah, that was a launch game.
That was a launch game. It was bad. Battlefield Hardline. Half-ass game entirely. What else you got? So many duds. Needs to be over. There were some diamonds in the rough. And there's plenty of them. But we need that PS5 generation already. Like, I wouldn't mind it. We get a better controller. We get like PSVR 2.0. It's
But that's just the thing. I'm still investing in this generation. I mean, I got a PS4 Pro. I got a VR. Like, I'm still investing in this generation. I need this generation to go on.
well, the VR headset came a little too late. It should have been released like in 2015.
Technology wasn't there yet. Another year to develop it.
Yeah, no, that's what Steve Jobs said. Technology just wasn't there.
Yeah. But no, I mean, this generation I still feel needs more time to kind of develop and actually put out more games and stuff,
But why is it taking so long?
Because they need time to develop them. I mean, because we're
Well, and then remember the false starts that many of these companies had.
Yeah, I mean,
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, and working on these new things. Because that's the thing. Like with this generation, I mean, like what new IPs have come out of this generation? They're like a new thing.
Nothing.
Overwatch. That's it.
Oh man, if you're telling me Overwatch is the only thing, then we're in trouble. Overwatch, Battleborns, Knack.
Knack, it's a franchise, man.
I'm not even like joking here. Destiny.
Yeah. I mean, there's new IP, new franchise. Started.
They're all so lame, though. I mean, where's like a Mass Effect moment? Where's a Bioshock moment? Where's like Call of Duty 4 moment? Where's a Rock Band moment? Where's the innovation?
We got that Horizon coming around.
Oh yeah, we do have Horizon.
Horizon's coming.
That's gonna be a good game. We don't have to worry.
What happened? We didn't get an update on
Agent.
Become Human.
Oh wait, Detroit?
Yeah, the Detroit gun. Detroit Become Human. Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be like a one-off game. You really think that's gonna be a series?
Well, no, but I mean, as far as like a new IP, still like can still have an impact. I mean, Heavy Rain.
Oh, that game's probably coming out next year, though.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get an update for it at PSX or anything. But like, I mean, even if it's a one-off game, it can still have an impact. I mean, Heavy Rain still has an impact on the PS3 generation, even though it's just that one game.
And Beyond Two Souls.
And Beyond Two Souls, but I mean, it's not a franchise. But I mean, just as that one game still having an impact.
Game? I don't know. I've already talked about this before, but it's just some food for thought for you.
Food for thought. Think about it. There's still good games this generation. There just hasn't been any new IPs that have started this generation.
Yeah, not really at all. And God of War, we're just going back to God of War. I mean, for Christ's sake, we're naming a God of War.
But to be fair, that God of War game is like completely different than what we've gotten before.
Yeah. And besides, as everyone loves to praise Jaffe's God of War, it's not as good as the other God of Wars. So he can just take it and just what?
No, because there's every time something for the new God of War comes out, there's always people complaining that it's like too different. And I'm like, no, all right, God of War needed this.
Dude, did they really expect the same thing?
I mean, it's been the same thing for 5 games. Like
in the PSP games, dude.
Yeah, I'm counting the PSP games when I say 5.
No, there's more than 5.
Oh, 6.
6.
Yeah, 6. There you go.
The cell phone game was pretty different though. It was like a side scroller.
Yeah. But like no, like God of War needed that. Like like I said, I mean, it is like continuing the story, but it does almost seem like a new IP in a way because it's just so different. Like as far as gameplay and just the way it kind of plays.
You still got Kratos though. You still got like
Kratos. I mean, it's still. I don't know. It's still different, and that's what that franchise needed. Like people were like, "Oh, it's too different." I'm like, no, I didn't. I always said that long before this one got announced that this franchise needed a reboot.
Clearly from Ascension because the sales were down.
Yeah. And this is what we're getting. We're basically getting a reboot. It's still continuing the story, but it's still basically a reboot as far as kind of like what it is, and I'm all for this. Like, this is what the franchise needed.
Dude, 110% exactly. This is how you do it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, this podcast went on way longer than I thought it was going to.
Way longer. We might have to edit it down.
Nah, it's okay. It's fine. But with that, this has been the PSBS PlayStation Podcast. I'm your host, Coach T. PSN Bywest. Coach here is
Andrew Arenas, double is. Everyone just, what do I even say? Be careful. Be nice. You can fight with your friends. And go see Star Wars.
Go see Star Wars, man. I mean, we don't need to tell them to do that, but we'll see.
We'll go see some other movies too, because there's other movies in Spotlight too that you can watch. Just look them up online. Why do I need to tell you? go to a very good website called RottenTomatoes.com. You just go over there and you just go by rating.
Goodbye,
Bam.
Ray.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, they're the end be all of
I
movies,
I gave you a little cheat sheet there. That's how you do it.
But
But
anyway,
at least all the questions answered.
yeah. But anyway, thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
Hey.
Click.